Good afternoon. April the 20th, 2018, and going to wrap it up today and take a look at Sunday evening and Monday morning. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have under or overcompensated for the impact of any of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Well, we came in today thinking the market might actually rally and get stops above 2,700. If we held at 2,700, we wanted to get short. All week long, the financial press has said that the Emini is selling because treasuries are selling, and treasuries were selling this morning. So stocks followed treasuries lower. Could have been engaged right there before the market opened. Could have been engaged here. Could have been engaged there. Nice little counter trend trade off a triple bottom. Up here, back to the short side. Another little head and shoulders pattern right here. A couple of buys came up. And then on our last update, I said I thought that we might have a shot at new lows into the close on Friday afternoon. And we did get our test of this low right here, and you can see that it did come out. So, good day trading the E-mini. No news to tie to the selling. Nothing more to it than treasuries are lower. That's the meme this week. Therefore, equities are lower. Lower high, lower low on F1. Find a place to sell it. F2. I'm going to go to 1 point increments right here so we have a chance to see it. A couple of distributions lower. F2 confirms the sell. So this 75 is a pretty important number for us. 75 to 80 is where resistance is. Last rotate up was 69, so 69.74, sell 1. 79.84, sell 2. On the buy side, I think we are headed lower. We could actually get to 26.50 before the session closes, so we'll make 51.56. I have to come in and adjust it Monday morning, no doubt. Buy 1, 41.46, buy 2. We have existing home sales on Monday, Chicago Fed, National Activity Index, and PMI Composite. So we don't have a lot of news on Monday morning. Treasuries look lower. Was an easier call than the indexes this morning. Lower high, lower low, market's moving lower. Why? The Fed's raising interest rates. Now, you hear me keep saying, oh God, he said Fed's raising interest rates again. Next interest rate is in June. Why do I keep saying that? These very, very large institutions that make their living giving their investors positive returns know the minutia of the fundamentals. I mean, they know where every bushel of wheat's going to come from or bushel of corn's going to come from. They know what the supply is. They know what the spreads are supposed to be. We don't have to know that. All we have to know is that there's more supply. We've got deficit spending this year. Prices are going lower. We know that the Fed has told us that they're raising interest rates 2 more times this year. Prices are going lower. So again, I'm just, focus on the obvious, focus on the big stuff. Keep it as simple as you can keep it. You don't have to complicate this. Although it's because we can complicate, we do. 1923, sell 1. 27.31, sell 2. And if you want to see how much we can complicate, take a look at the Elliott wave. 9 to 13 buy 1. 1 to 5 buy 2. Occam's razor. Keep it simple. 3 or 4 variables. Come to conclusion, higher or lower. Take your trades. Simplify this. Eliminate your number of things that you have to look at on your checklist before you'll take a trade. And you'll get better at this game. I think 3 to 5 things with a general feel for the fundamentals is all you need to be successful. The shorter term you're trading, the shorter the time frame, the less you need to know. The better you have to be at reading the tape. And reading the tape is a hell of a lot harder than most people think that it is. That takes screen time to be able to read the tape. A lot of screen time. But the payoff is screw those fundamentals. I don't have to worry about those. Who's doing what to whom? The news. I'll just flatten out on the news. As soon as the news hits, I'm back in. Okay, 4 to 8. 1. 11 to 15, sell 1. I can't work the mouse with a pen in my fingers. You'd think you'd be able to do that, but I haven't figured it out yet. Okay, the buck to 28, number 1. 21.25, buy 1. And we are at support. Let them get stops beneath that level. We'll make 9 to 13, buy 2. But this should be fun. You should be able to create a template, an overlay that works. And we don't change anything. We're there, the same stuff day in and day out, because what we have works. And if you find yourself, I can't trade bonds, I'm going to go try the indexes. I can't trade indexes, I'm going to go try gold. Oh God, didn't do very well in gold, I'm going to go to crude. You know, pick a market, the one that you really like and where you want to be, and then just learn how to trade the darn thing. And if you find yourself switching or rotating through the contracts because you're not doing well, you really need to focus on learning how to trade. Gold, lower high, lower lows, sell it. Had some great trading in gold today. There's your distribution. We're looking for a place to sell it, right? 39.41, sell 1. 43.45, sell 2. Okay, we've got to take out this level right over here to stay short. So 36.34 is buy 1. Like the short side first. Can't get through 34 or 35. We can trade from the long side. Then 29 to 31 is buy 2. I think we're headed for 13.25. Probably not straight down. And then we're going to see if that is support. I think that's where support might be now as opposed to 15. Whether it is or not remains to be seen, but we can get short and make them prove us wrong, right? All 5 of our calls this morning, first trades of the day, setups, produced money. And it was something over 50 ticks. I forget what the number was. So if you are one of those that wants to go play golf, tennis, whatever you want to do in the afternoon, go swimming, lay in the sun, shovel snow if you're up in Minnesota and Wisconsin, had plenty of time to do that. Crude oil, lower high, lower low. Find a place to sell it on the F1 screen. F2 is mixed. Leaning P, but if I put all of this together, make the case for still should be sold if we can't take out that 68.50, 68.75 area. So our first sell is 50 to 75. The buck to quarter, sell 2. On the buy side, 67, 75, 68, and we may have to pay up. We'll just have to see. And then 67.50, 67 and a quarter for buy 2. Love that article that I put up there. Muslims, discrimination, intolerance. People should be put in jail or fined for talking in negative terms about Islam. Now, if you turn the coin over to the other side, with Islam personally attacking and doing more than just calling other people names or talking about them, actually violence, what should happen to the Muslims that do that? Why, nothing. They're oppressed. Or that's the way they've been raised. They can't help themselves. So there are so many just things that don't make sense out there that aren't logically correct. And hopefully the pendulum will start to swing back the other way, and we'll get rid of some of this nonsense that we have to face every day. Looking at the euro, lower high, lower low. Sell it on the F1. F2 is going to tell us to do it where we would like to sell it, 40 to 50. First sell is 40 to 50. And we got this up here at 80. Got this high at 60, so we'll make 60 to 70 sell 2. On the buy side, the buck to 10, buy 1. And 75 by 2. And that does it for this April the 20th. Hope you all had a great week. Was certainly there to have a great week. And I will see you bright and early Monday morning. For those of you that are shoveling snow, I'm planting grass seed this weekend, so put it off as long as I can. See you bright and early Monday morning. I'm out of here.